Hi guys, George here, Brighton Fan TV. I thought we'd just have a chat today about the Murray for England talk, have a look at facts behind it, whether there's any truth, what is his likelihood of being on the plane to Russia. Firstly, it's worth looking at his direct competition. I'd say Jamie Vardy's pretty much got his place on that plane and plays a similar role to Glen Murray. In terms of goals per appearances, Murray's currently on 12 goals in all competitions across 28 appearances. And Jamie Vardy's on 15 goals across all competitions in 31 appearances. In terms of goals per minute, Murray's looking at 133 minutes per goal. Jamie Vardy's looking at slightly more, 168 minutes per goal. Obviously, Murray slightly nicks it, although in terms of game time, Murray's got less game time, more goals per game time, as he's been a substitute in 8 of his appearances when getting goals. Again, I think the problems where we're going to come unstuck with Murray playing for England is that the different level at World Cup. I mean, we forget that Jamie Vardy's technically played at Champions League level and was a Premier League winner. Despite the fact that Murray might get more goals per minute than Vardy, we're looking at a whole different level of competition. Vardy's played at a world level. He's played in the Euros, and that's something that Murray hasn't got. Murray hasn't got England experience. Murray hasn't had top quality game time. I'd say his time at Bournemouth and Palace definitely weren't top quality. Despite playing against top quality defenders in the Premier League, I think World Cup is a whole different stage. You're playing not against just European elite, you're playing against world elite. And that's something that he hasn't proven yet. I mean, Gareth Southgate is the one that is going to have the final call on it. In terms of Gareth Southgate's style, he's admitted that he's happy to adapt to formation. He hasn't got a strict formation, likes a possession-based game, and that's something Murray's great at. Murray's great at holding up possession, something that would fit in Southgate's style of play and his formation. The thing that I don't think he'll get past Southgate is Southgate's philosophy. Southgate was head of England's development. Elite development for 18 months, and following on from that he was the under-21s manager for 3 years, and Southgate is big on youth. I mean, Defoe managed to make it into the World Cup qualifiers team, but Southgate is heavy on the youth, and he's already admitted that he's looking to develop the future England team. So I mean, I think, if I'm honest, I think players like Tammy Abraham and Solanke have more chance of getting in that England team than Glen Murray does, despite the fact that we could argue Glen Murray deserves it. The only thing I can say about those young players that Southgate is keen on is that they've played at a world elite level for their nation, whether it be for the England under-21s, England under-17s. That is something that Southgate's relying on. They've performed in finals, semi-finals at a world level, albeit a youth level. I don't think we can write Murray off. I don't think we can write it off. I think it's just a longer shot than we're expecting. I just can't see Southgate budging on his philosophy. I mean, the bookies have Murray down at 14-1 to make the World Cup squad. There's an outside chance. I mean, if Defoe's done it, then you could argue Murray could do it. There's a couple of injuries in the England team as well. I mean, Rooney's retired now. He was in our qualifiers and our Euro team. Sturridge was in our qualifiers and Euro team, and he's injured now. There's a chance. Don't get me wrong, there's a chance, but it's something we'll have to wait and see. It'll be interesting to get other people's opinions on it and their thoughts. This has been George for Brighton Fan TV.